What's poppin', y'all? This is Deidre with One Shot Game. You already know what time it is, man, and how the motto go. You get one shot at life, but a lifetime to learn all the game you need to succeed and empower your life, and check mark all the goals off that you want to set for yourself as you continue to grow every day, because life is short. Once you hit 18, that thing just be going by so fast. I remember when I was like 11 and 12. Now I'm about to be 36 next month. So it's just, you know what I'm saying? It's okay to open your mind and expand, and get whatever game you could soak up to improve your time here on this earth. You know what I'm saying? So the topic of this video would be the fact that your higher power, whatever that is, God, the universe, Allah, whoever you deem to be your higher power, something greater than yourself, is always watching, paying attention, and know your heart. Knows your weaknesses, knows your darknesses, knows your desires, knows your intentions, knows how you process, knows how you think, knows what would you do in certain situations, knows what can be put on you, what you can handle, what you can't handle. You know what I'm saying? So now we're in this age right now where it is a lot of people that I guess are using the term as chosen ones. You know what I'm saying? And it is quite a few people in the world that are being deemed the chosen ones out of, a different selection of people. And those particular people is what I would call God's strongest soldiers. The ones he know that can handle the heat and handle certain situations and not let them break them, or not, do something, sell their soul or hurt people if they were faced with this type of situation. You know what I'm saying? And I think to the average person that look at these people different, they feel as if their ego is in charge. So when the ego is in charge, they look at them as people who think that they are better. People who, their way of thinking, the way they choose to live in life is not how it's supposed to be. The way I'm choosing to do things and how I live in life is how it's going to be. And I'm going to choose any way I can to dumb you down and make you feel as if you're less than, so you can get back in this mind control box that I have you in. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy, because being the fact that your higher power knows your heart truly is in my reasoning why everyone can't become chosen ones all at the same time, because we heal at different rates. Some people in their minds may be thinking that they are living the grandest lifestyle, however they see fit for themselves, but your emotions are out of control. You have anger issues. Your intentions are for self-gain, not to help others. You know what I'm saying? Like the higher power, whoever you choose that to be, is looking down on that and can see like who you are for real, and like, I don't think people really understand what comes with being a chosen one. You have setbacks, letdowns, discouragements, you know what I'm saying, your karma from your old life trying to slap you in the face. Like, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna change from that old person that you were and do it the right way? Or are you still gonna be set in those ways? And then it's like, when your higher power comes in and pushes you, he doesn't give you no choice. Like, this is not an option. This is not something that you get a choice to sign up for. This is not something that you get to check on a box. This is what I want to do. You don't get a chance to do that. It's set on you to live life a certain way that, you know what I'm saying, the higher power is designing you to live life this way. And other people who are looking from the outside in can't look at it that way. They think of you as crazy. You don't know what you're talking about. You done slid off your rocker because you're choosing to live life that way. Because when your higher power talks to you, it's not seen. Everybody's own individual route and message is for themselves. You know, a lot of people get the call, but only few pick up the phone. You know, a lot of people are still caught up in their ways, you know, doing certain things to hurt others to benefit themselves, not caring or, you know, giving respect to others because they're solely thinking about themselves. And listen, understand me when I say this, chosen ones, in how I see it, is people who are on a certain mission designed at a certain time to be able to help other people. It is not about status. It is not about money. It is not about, you know what I'm saying, greed. It's not about power. It's not about none of that. It's a certain set of skills and knowledge that is needed to be able to help the world. You know what I'm saying? But he's not going to give a certain mission to people who are still battling themselves, and so they do things solely out of power, control, and, you know what I'm saying, getting things their way. Like that, you still have things you have to work on for yourself, and a lot of times it will be internal blocks that stop people from looking at life like that, because they're still stuck in, you know what I'm saying, what about me, what about this, what about that. Like, man, listen, let me tell all my supporters out there, it is times where this shit sucks. Believe me when I say it sucks, because people and the way that they have been conditioned to think fit your old way of, you know what I'm saying, what was attractive to you, because you were under an illusion of thinking that, you know what I'm saying, you had to people please, or you had to do certain things that people wanted you to do to fit in. But when you get in this mind state of knowing and understanding, I am going to be me, I don't care what nobody else thinks or feels, you break yourself out of that, which means there is nothing you could say to me to make me do what you want me to do, because I'm gonna do what I want to do. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have the willpower to be able to follow your line, to follow, you know what I'm saying, your path without judgment, which means a lot of the times you have to stay away from people, because people want you to, you know, be conformed in their own box, however they see fit for your life. You know, a lot of people are playing keeping up with the Joneses. They have a status to uphold, so they hang around certain people that's either below them or people that's on the same level with them as them. So what happens is, on a day-to-day basis, they find themselves playing competition with other people, because you're trying to find your validation rank. You know what I'm saying? Like, listen, this life is a lot more complex once you figure out your purpose in life and what you're destined to do. Everyone has a purpose in life. Everyone has a spiritual side to them that will lead them to the land of milk and honey if they want to follow it. But some of the tests that were given to you in life, you failed. You did not pass. And so those same tests keep coming back around until you succeed and pass in the higher power's eyes, not no one else's. But if you're constantly looking for validation from other people, men, as they say, then therefore you will do things according to what other people think of you, not what you think of yourself. You know, you have to love yourself before you can love someone else. Period. And as you are slowly passing tests in your life, things that God put in front of you to see how you take it and adjust to it and keep moving forward, at some point your purpose will be shown to you. And you know what I'm saying, there are some people who are the chosen ones, which means they have a destined path that has to be followed, that's going to, regardless, take them where they need to go. They cannot fall off track. They can't make the wrong move, because they know what it is. And then you also have people who are following their purpose, and you know what I'm saying, having a choice, you know, on what to do. You know what I'm saying? Like for instance, with me personally, I don't know about everybody else. There is like me seeing my old life and me where I'm currently at right now. I cannot make none of the same choices that I made in the past for today. And I wasn't really given a choice. You're either gonna do this or you're gonna do this. Like, there is no choice. You don't get a chance to choose, because I gave you that chance to choose. And if I keep giving you a chance to choose, it's possible that you might choose the other side, and that's going to continue to hold you back in your life. You know what I'm saying? And most people want to have this and everything that comes with it, if you are a chosen one. And if you are a chosen one, then you know exactly who I'm talking about. If this goes to a certain group of people, everyone thinks they're chosen, and hey, that's fine. But then you have the people that really understand and know that they are chosen ones, that have come to a point in their life where they have been awarded the opportunity to succeed in life, whether they want to or not, by following a certain set of steps that's set out to you by the universe, God, Allah, whatever your higher power is. A lot of people have walked away from God because they can't see anything that is physically in front of their eyes. If they can't see it physically, they don't believe in it. Oh, you're crazy, you're believing in something you can't see. And then that's where you got to be able to have the power to have a little bit of narcissistic traits to be able to understand, I don't care what you're talking about. I'm going to keep following my own train, my own line. Any choice that I have made from the beginning of 2023 until now, I did it on my own. I didn't need a babysitter. I didn't need someone to tell me what to do. I didn't need to call my mama. You know what I'm saying? I made all the choices that I needed to make on my own, which ultimately led me up to where I'm at today. You know what I'm saying? And again, I'm not motivated by money and power and greed and all that. I've had all that. I've had the cars, I've had the houses, I've had the jewelry, I've had the money, I've had, you know, the friends that only wanted to be with me because of that. I've had the relationships, you know what I'm saying, that only seen what they can gain. Like, I've had it all, to the point that doesn't motivate me more than being able to help all my people get to, you know, success. But again, you also have to understand, everybody can't go, for the simple fact everybody is not ready to understand the changes they need to make inside themselves to be able to ignite the part of them that could be able to turn on the intuition, to be able to listen, to make the choices that they need to make to be able to succeed in wherever they're trying to go. A lot of people in this world don't listen to their intuition, which is that thought, that idea, that spark, something that comes into your brain that tells you, hey, you need to do this. People don't listen to it because they're too easily controlled by, you know, other people, things, status, money, you know, that they, as soon as it comes in, they turn it off. Oh, I'm not going to do that because I'm too afraid of what people are going to think. I need to do this so I can be able to look all good in front of everybody. I have a status to uphold. You know what I'm saying? And it's not about that. It's really about what you as a single person and your experience of life and the things you went through, and how you can help someone else who is struggling in things they may be going through in life and don't know how to overcome. That is the magic. That is what pushes people in the world to be able to, you know what I'm saying, heal some of the things they may be going through. It's a lot of music in the world. I remember when I was like 16, 17, I wondered how many songs is in the world. Like, really, how many songs has been created in the world? I know it has to be like billions and billions and billions and billions of songs created in the world. And a lot of people, you know, have listened to that music, and it has helped them get over some of the things that they may have been going through because just those lyrics alone helped him identify with the pain and hurt and the struggle that, you know what I'm saying, can't nobody really talk to them to help them understand. Because us as humans have been hurt by humans, so it's kind of harder for us to take advice from other humans. But say if you make music, or you know, you make art, or you know what I'm saying, you have an invention or something like that, it's easier for people to, you know what I'm saying, try something out and see if they like it and grow with it, than for someone to listen when they're talking. Like we grew up in a generation now where it's so much pillow talking and manipulation going on to get what people want from other people. It's kind of like, I especially for me, I don't really care what you have to say if I've been looking at your behavior patterns and they have been telling me something different than what your mouth is telling me. Your mouth keeps saying this to will me in, but your behavioral patterns and how you move is painting a whole different picture. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of times people who are people pleasers, they will tell you certain things, not follow certain things they say, and then over time they will think you forgot about it, and then they'll just come back in acting like it never even happened. Newsflash, some people is waking up and we're remembering and we're acting accordingly. We're not finna just keep yapping and you know, giving you compliments and, you know, giving the good energy out if you can't reciprocate the same. That is how you in turn, you know what I'm saying, help everybody to spread the same thing. You know, it's not easy. It's really difficult. And when they say that, you know, the universe, God, Allah, whatever your higher power is, gives his toughest battles to the strongest soldiers, like when you hear that mentioned, it's the truth. You know what I'm saying? And the way that your skills and your abilities to handle whatever is thrown at you is already, you know what I'm saying, known to the creator. Like, he already knows how you're going to handle certain things. So when you're considered to be the new term, the chosen one, that is because he has been watching your overall mission in life, your steps, your actions, your emotions, your attitude, your intentions, the thoughts that pop up in your head, how you treat people. All that has been monitored, you know. And so he feels as if you have, you know, a predestined purpose that you're going to feel regardless if you want to or not, because you have showed all the signs that show me that now is the time for you to be awarded this. I think everyone is a chosen one, but again, everybody get the call, but not everybody pick up the phone. And then you have some people, doesn't matter, they don't have no choice, they're going to have to pick up the phone at some point. But that is when the universe, God, Allah, your higher power feels it is time for you to answer the phone, whether you want to or not. This is your time, and you're going to answer the call, and you don't have no more time for F-ups. Like, you mastered the human experience. This life that you see with your eyes, you know what I'm saying, is what the universe, God, Allah, has felt like you have mastered, is this human experience. So now what he's going to do is have you answer the phone, and you're gonna be put into a different parallel universe experience. You know what I'm saying? And that's where people tend to think you crazy, but believe it or not, that's why it's a lot of successful people in the world. And they, at one point or another, they probably thought they was crazy too, but they started adjusting their behavior, they started adjusting their actions, they started controlling how they act, and they started really putting all their time and passion into something that can help them become successful, like help them get to the bag, help them, you know what I'm saying, get rich. And maybe not even get rich, but get the money, you know. And it comes with a process, intentions, you know what I'm saying, choices, goals, you know what I'm saying, being able to actually really follow your heart and intuition. That's not an easy thing for people to do, especially if they're looking for that validation, or they're looking to be loved by people. You know what I'm saying? Or they looking for people to say, hey, look at me. Look at me. I got the money and the status, come chill over here. But really, you know what I'm saying? My soul is not that pure. Because if you was to snatch that away from me all today, I might do some things that ain't the best to be able to get that type of control back. You know what I'm saying? Since birth, everyone has, you know what I'm saying, been monitored and watched by the universe, by the God, Allah, whatever you deem your higher power to be, because it's all the same thing, but everybody has different names for it. And as you are going through life, the things that you do in life are documented by the 3D experience people, should I say, and that is, you know, the police, the psychiatrists, you know what I'm saying, the doctors, the judges. Like, your name is documented in everything that you get through and everything you go through in your human experience, to where the people in the human experience try to trap you in this human world and not help you to evolve to become this parallel version of yourself. You know what I'm saying? That's how it's set up. That's how it's set up to trap everybody. If I have everybody thinking a certain way, moving a certain way, no one will be able to create the life they feel they want to make for themselves. And being the fact that I'm from Sacramento, California, this city, I love it. It made me who I am today. And I wouldn't take back nothing I experienced and the people I met and the things I went through. But it's really a family city, being the fact that my family's from the Bay Area. I was born in San Francisco, and then my mom and my grandma and then moved all out here. It's a family city, but it's also a crabs in the bucket city, meaning anyone who was trying to reach the average working and going to school type of lifestyle is we're gonna drag you back down. Hardly no one makes it out of that box. You know what I'm saying? Big shout out to Mozzie, because he actually put this city on the map. It is like, you know, Sweetie and Stunner Girl and all that, but for some reason or whatever, me being here my whole life, people don't want to claim Sacramento. They want to act like they from the Bay and everywhere else, but when it comes to Sacramento, they don't want to be from here. But listen, I'm proud because of the simple fact, Sacramento is the capital of the whole West Coast, the whole California. I love to be from Sacramento. Listen, I was born in San Francisco, raised in Sacramento. Sacramento is the capital of California, and I'm proud to be from here. And Bay Area is not the same as Sacramento. It's like 60 miles away. So you can't put them two together. This is a whole valley city on its own. Very big city with a lot of people in it. And I'm very frequent all the way from the north to the east, south to the west. There is not nowhere that I can go to that I can't get back to my destination from. I know this city like the back of my hand. You know what I'm saying? But it is the very much crabs in the bucket mentality. Everyone tends to think the same. And anybody who is thinking above that level, as far as, you know, raising a family, having kids, working, going to school, you know, we're gonna try to drag you back down because you don't have the strength or the willpower to be able to think that high, because we're either on welfare or, you know what I'm saying, we're barely making it, we're working, we're struggling. So why do you have the ability to think above that and we don't? And that's not the right mentality if you're trying to get the chicken. Shout out to Mozzie again. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be able to not let your past failures and the past things you went through affect your ability to be able to help others. And I'm not talking about help the people that you want to help. I'm not talking about be nice and kind and considerate to the people you want to. I'm not talking about hang around the people that you think that's below you. Like, your energy tells everything about you. It's not your words. It's not the type of clothes you got on. It's not the car you drive. It's not the shoes you got on. You feel me? Your energy and how you act around certain people, you know what I'm saying, tells a very vivid picture. And I've been, watching since I've been a kid. I'm just now getting to a point in my life where I'm very vocal and I speak my mind. and I say the truth, you know what I'm saying? But I've been quiet since a kid. If I got comfortable enough to feel like you was safe and you was a protector, I would talk. But if I didn't feel like that, you know what I'm saying, I'm not finna open up. You know what I'm saying? I kept my conversation very limited to my mom and my brother. My mom will tell you I can talk real well, but I'm gonna get around you 9 times out of 10. I'm not gonna say nothing. I don't care who you are. You could be a family member, whatever. I don't have to talk, because I'm not looking for the words that you admit to the world to pacify your feelings and the things you may feel. And a lot of times it could be a lie, it could be made up, it's not the truth. But those eyes tell you everything you need to know. Like, those eyes, without a person even talking, says everything needed to a lot of people in the world, but especially me. But listen, it's a lot of people in the world these days who don't do very good with eye contact. But that also tells me something too. You know what I'm saying? Listen, when you become a chosen one, it is not about being perfect. It is about being able to balance your light and your darkness. You have to be comfortable with your darkness. You have to be able to stand in it. A lot of people are not comfortable with the things that they have done in the dark, the things that they don't want to talk about, the things that they're afraid to admit to themselves. But they did it. They're not there yet, so they hide up under the light, which means I had the ability to show you how much of a good person I am and the good things that I do, instead of being comfortable in this darkness that I sit in. You know what I'm saying? And if you just sit back and watch and pay attention, a lot of people's energies talk for them. You know what I'm saying? Like over the music, over the noise of the world. You know what I'm saying? It speaks volumes, and it paints a very vivid picture. Like, everybody wants to be a chosen one, the golden child, but y'all don't understand what actually comes with this, and being able to feel empathy on a grand scale, and not, go into the world creating a way for yourself by stepping on people, but actually creating a way for yourself, doing it the right way without stepping on people. You know what I'm saying? You have this ability to feel emotions and feelings that are not yours, and you have to be able to distinguish between people you have connections with, past and present, and the ones that's truly yours. You know what I'm saying? Like, and listen, even people that are, you know what I'm saying, deceased, you have to be able to deal with that as well. Like, I don't think people really be understanding what comes with this. This shit is not a joke. This shit is not a video game. This shit is not something that you play with. You feel me? This shit is real. You know what I'm saying? And your ability to hold your head above water when life throws its biggest stones at you is what makes you strong enough to be able to handle it. Most people couldn't even walk a mile in my shoes. I don't care who you are. I don't care who I'm surrounded by. I don't care who I invite in my circle. You couldn't walk 2 days in my shoes, not even 5 minutes, and succumb and overpass everything that I have went through. It is not even like anybody in my immediate circle that has even went to prison. All those energies and demeanors that I see people out here in this world project on other people, y'all wouldn't last 2 seconds in prison before somebody dumbed that shit down. You know what I'm saying? Because you're not really like that for real. It's just a demeanor you use to protect yourself. You know what I'm saying? And I get it. I'm not here to judge. I'm not perfect. I am very far from perfect. But I have an overly big heart. And as my mom used to say to me all the time, you too nice. I don't think I'm nice enough in this damn cold ass world. Everybody's just angry and bitter. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times, like, being the chosen one, as they deem the term, even people in your family will start not to have a liking towards you. You know what I'm saying? And it's not something that they openly express. It's the things that they do, and it'll have you in a state of fog and really trip you out, because you've been thinking this whole time in your life that people was really solid, family was everything. And in when you become the chosen one, quote unquote, because it's not, nigga, nobody want to do it for the popularity, the glamorous, the, you know what I'm saying, the be seen lifestyle. No, I don't. I want to be me and live my own life and not have to worry about certain things. You know what I'm saying? It's just about helping people understand that if we want to come together as people, friends, family, relationships, it's certain things that we need to adjust, because what we've been learning from our elders and stuff is good things and positive things, but some things operated out of fear. And it has taught us, you know what I'm saying, to not really be our own true selves. And it throws the balance off of everybody and everyone. But we're so used to, you know what I'm saying, manipulating and saying whatever to get in somebody's good graces, that we have the ability to, you know what I'm saying, transmute their energy to make them think that I'm really cool for them, and really I'm not. I just want something out of them that they got, and I know how to get it from them because I've been paying attention and watching them for so long. You know what I'm saying? Listen, if you think in terms of energy versus the vessels we walk in every day, and the actions we do every day, like your soul is what is being seen when you look in someone's eyes. That'll tell you everything you need to know. You know what I'm saying? And some people are in the process of healing, and they're in the process of doing the work, and some people don't want to change. Some people don't care to change. Some people are perfectly okay with who they are. You gotta love everybody for who they are. This is not, you know, you can't save nobody, you can't change nobody. That's not what this is. The only person that you can change is yourself. The only person that you can fix and work on is yourself. And in turn, you'll be the change that you wish to see for the world. Because when people look at you and the way you move and how you talk and what you do, they'll get an example of what they can do for themselves. It's not a language that's being taught. It's not a language that's being said. It is a language being watched and felt. Period. Kids, when they are growing up, they don't really listen to what you say. They pretty much do what is being done, aside from what they do for themselves, but they watch and they pay attention and they do what is being seen. You know what I'm saying? So it's crazy how much people think, oh, they're not gonna do that, or you know what I'm saying, or they call their kids bad. No, they're only doing what they see. They're not bad. They're doing what they see, and they're mocking what they hear, and you know what I'm saying? They're intelligent beings. We all are. But it's a difference in being religious and following someone else's way of living for yourself, and being spiritual, which means you have the key inside your heart to understand and know that some of the things you have been learned and taught and grew up in life understanding may not be the way to better improve your life, which means you have to take a different approach of learning something different. I look at prison as a in and out experience, because being in there, I learned some things that I probably would never learn out here. I was around some energies that had the same experiences but could never fully truly be themselves because they weren't allowed to. In the family dynamics they grew up in, they were taught to be a certain way. This is what it is, and if you think you're going to be a librarian and we're gangsters, you're tripping. So it limits people. You know what I'm saying? And it makes people afraid to be who they truly are. You know what I'm saying? But the crazy part about it is the people that have been chosen in these last few recent years had the ability to see right through people, which means the facade, the anger, the You know, all the emotions that you ain't really like that for real. It's a face mask you put on to be accepted. You know what I'm saying? And then you have the people in life who are truly confident with who they are, to where they don't wear masks. They don't get angry. They don't get upset. There's no time for that. Why do that? That's just, you know what I'm saying, a part of me that I'm using as a mask to defend myself. When if I'm truly myself around people that let me truly be myself, then what are we getting mad for? What are we getting angry for? I don't have no doubt in myself and what I'm doing. I'm going to keep going and I'm going to keep excelling, because again, I come from a society and a place where no one really makes it out of the normal bucket set in place for us. So when you have the ability to think out of that range, you are labeled with everything under the sun. Instead of just understanding, my name is Deidre and I think differently than most. What's wrong with that? You know what I'm saying? But the people that are controlling the way of thinking and the mind, and you know, the businesses and the things that function on this 3D level mind, know what it is and have the ability to, you know, master the human experience, and now they're over here. We all can do it. You know what I'm saying? But again, many people will get the call, but not everybody's going to pick up because they're so stuck in their ways. And they think that, you know, the things that they're doing is comfortable for them, and they don't see them having to change. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to. They're okay with who they are, and that's fine. You feel me? You deal with everybody accordingly. You love everybody all the same. You know what I'm saying? Just don't give yourself, you know what I'm saying, to people that don't align with what you want. Don't, you feel me, give any part of your energy to anybody that's not aligned with the type of thing you're on. You feel me? And therefore, you don't have to be involved in that. But people who are still stuck in their average way of thinking, they will feel like you're being the mean person. You're being the one who is, you know what I'm saying, a narcissist, or you think too highly of yourself. No. It's just that I don't want to participate in the things that you still see fit for you. And it's okay for you to do. If that's what you want to do, fine. But why do I have to be a part of it? Some people take that really offensive. And they get really upset. When if everybody were truly themselves, they would understand people have the right to not be okay with some certain things. People have the right to not be okay with the things that you do. You know what I'm saying? Which means I'll be cordial around you. I'll be respectful. But that I don't have to engage in nothing you talking about. I don't have to hang around you. I don't have to do none of that. So you can easily try to control me into thinking that, you feel me, the level and the way of you thinking and things you feel is okay to be okay. Nah, I'm not with that. You know what I'm saying? I love people that have their own mind. And right now I'm in a space where I have my own mind. And I'm not finna conform to anybody's way of thinking of me, because I'm no longer in that state of insecurity. I'm a people pleaser. I gotta do what people want me to do. I gotta do this to make people happy. I don't give two flat flying fucks how anybody feels about the things that I choose to do. And I think if everybody comes to the conclusion and understanding that loving yourself and knowing who you are does not mean you go out into the world and hurt people. Does not mean you go out into the world and do things that is not aligned with your spiritual path. It means making the necessary changes from the person that you were into the person you're trying to be, while also creating a lane for yourself without stepping on other people, without putting other people down, without thinking you're better, without greed, without power, without control. And that can come in many forms, in many ways. People do it every day, and however they see fit for them lives, hey, so be it. If I rock with you, I rock with you, straight up like that. But when it comes time for me to be by myself and, you know what I'm saying, use my own mind and recharge, I'm going to do that. Which means I don't have to be around people 24/7. If it's not something I'm okay with doing, I'm going to say that. If something comes up, I'm going to tell you. We have this way of thinking Man, where we ghost people and we don't tell the truth, and it's just like, what the heck type of world are we in? You cannot do business with like-minded individuals that have the same, own thinking mind as you if you think it's okay to do those certain actions. But if that's all you were taught growing up, then you tend to do those same actions to others without thinking that there's anything wrong with it, until you finally learn, you know what I'm saying, okay, that's not healthy, let me adjust. For instance, again, being in prison, I learned the healthy way to communication. Being the fact I was raised in a family where we all wanted to be heard. Whenever we felt not heard, and coming from childhood, we would talk over each other. Everybody's talking at the same time. Nobody can hear what nobody's saying. Everybody has the louder voice. And it's, how do we even can process and understand what anybody's saying if we all talking over each other? In prison, that was not allowed. One person talks at a time. You were not allowed to talk while another person was talking. Completely not okay. And it taught me, like, hey, now you can hear what the person is saying because you're not talking, you're listening. 2 ears, 1 mouth. 2 ears, 1 mouth. But growing up in the society I'm in, it seems to be opposite. The ears are the mouth, and the mouth is the ears. So the ears is 2. We gonna yap, 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 manipulate you, tell you whatever we need to tell you, get you to conform to this, talk, 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 talk. And our mouth is the ear, which means we barely ain't even listening to what you're saying, because we spend more time talking than we do listening, because we don't care. We weren't heard, so you're not going to be heard either. And then that leads to a lifelong relationship with whoever it is, of not understanding each other when they're communicating. So it's like, what the hell are we talking for? It's retarded. But you get to see a real person's identity and who they are by their actions and the way they act, and the things that make them mad and how they tick, and the things that, you know what I'm saying, they identify with more, and the people that they let tell them what to do, and how they're easily controlled. Like, people are watching all the time, 24/7. Even when you think they're not looking, they are. People have ears that are like eyes. They can hear things, you know what I'm saying, that'll give them the information they need without looking at you. Like, listen, people have the ability to sometimes look at you so fast and snap back to what they're doing, but they just seen, they had a photographic memory screenshot of what they just seen you doing in their mind, and you don't even think they seen you, but they did. But the crazy part about it is, people who they have deemed to be the chosen ones in this society can see all of that. They see the things that the normal world doesn't see. I see quick eye movements. I see photographic memories, snapshots of things that people don't think I'm looking at. I pay attention when people don't think I'm watching, and that leads me to be able to see and hear things that people don't normally pay attention to because they're too caught up in what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? The key rule, key point, the loudest person in the room is the weakest. A person who is always talking and never shuts up, and they're just loud and excessive, and they always got to stunt and be the loudest in the room, are the people who are most at risk, because they cannot see what people who are the quietest are doing and how dangerous they can be, because you're too busy trying to be a show off. Dangerous. Dangerous. And don't get it messed up. These movies, these songs, everything you're listening to and watching will give you a vivid clue of how us as humans and the human brain is so more powerful than anything ever understood in this world. Again, everybody got the call, but only few people picked up the phone, because we're still trying to master this human experience. And until you have the ability to master the human experience, which is tied to your spiritual experience, then you'll be able to live in a parallel universe. You know what I'm saying? But you're gonna have to be okay with being judged. You're gonna have to be okay with being talked about. You're gonna have to be okay with, looked at as being different. Once you figure that out about yourself and you know who you are, you'll act accordingly. which means your energy and how you react to certain situations will tell everybody everything they need to know. You can always talk and say this and say that and do this and do that. Like, people do it every day. People pillow talk to get what they want. Like, that's starting to become non-existent. I'm watching how you move on a daily. I'm paying attention to that. That'll tell me everything I need to know. You know what I'm saying? It's what's happening in the world right now. So some of us had a choice and some of us didn't. It was just the universe, God, Allah was waiting for the perfect time to, you know what I'm saying, drop it in our lap. It's not all glitz and glamour. It's not all fun times and, you know what I'm saying, getting on the horsey riding away. This is not that. It comes with downsides. It comes with heartbreak. It comes with, you know what I'm saying, emotional feelings. It comes with mood swings. It comes with a whole bunch of mental mind configuration that you have to figure out and use your mind to be able to excel and move forward in this life. Some things you can't even see. You don't even know where the map is taking you. You just gotta go on a wing of faith. And some people are too scared to even do that. If they can't see the map and the bridge in front of them, they won't even go that way. And that's the distinguishment between the chosen and the people who got the call but didn't answer. Some of us, you know what I'm saying, signed up for this before we were born. I don't know how that works, but I guess that is what it is. And when you have mastered the human experience, God chooses to drop it in your lap. You don't have no choice to go back. There is no choice in going back in the person you used to be. You don't get that right. You're gonna go this way, whether you want to or not. This is what it is. And then you have people that have a choice. They can choose to stay where they are. And if you choose to continue to act the way you want and do what you want and stay stuck in that mind frame that you choose to use, your fate will be decided for you due to the karma that will come back on you. Stay tuned for the next video I decide to do, which is all the rappers who are on their way to being successful in life, and then ultimately their karma comes back on them right when they get to their success peak and takes them out, right when they thought they had life by where they were trying to get it to. So it's good to have good karma. It's good to do right by people. It's good to, you know what I'm saying, ultimately not still be out there doing people wrong to be able to reach that successful place where you don't have to want or need for anything. You know what I'm saying? So you're still stuck in your ways of, you know what I'm saying, gang banging, robbing and stealing, and you know what I'm saying, and it's going to diminish you. It's about life choices. You're going to have to make some choices and sacrifices for your life that fit your old life, but they don't fit where you're going now. And a lot of people are not willing to risk that. It's hard. It's not easy. So when you hear the term of the chosen ones and the life they live and how, you know, it's set out for them to be successful and get where they're trying to go in life, listen, that's not what it's all about. The real ones are hardly trying to be seen. They want everybody to go with them. They love hard. And life is not a red carpet walk. It comes with its setbacks and challenges, but they're minimal things, and how they, you know, succeed and get ahead in life is taken care of, and they just trying to spread love the best way that they can. You know what I'm saying? And that's a thing we are really lacking in this world these days, for oneself and others. You can't love nobody until you love yourself. So again, do not get it confused or misunderstood of what this chosen life is about. I have gave you a general detailed idea of what comes with it and what it is, and people can't seem to understand that because their energy is only looking at what their intentions are making for them. It's about intuition, changing your old ways into new ways. You may struggle, you may, side with the fence. That's a part of it. But don't stop. Keep going. You don't have no choice now. Your life is no longer yours. It's being controlled by the universe, God, Allah, whatever you want to call it. But you got to have faith and believe first. And most people have given up on that because life in front of their eyes is something that they're kind of trying to control. You know what I'm saying? They have not mastered the 3D human experience. But once you do that, you'll be awarded the chance to cross over and live in two worlds at the same time, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? And everybody has the ability to do it. Just, are you willing to dance with your darkness? Are you willing to walk in the light to make it seem like you ain't did nothing wrong and you're perfect? That's where most people get confused. Don't do it. Stand with that. Stand in who you are. Because at the end of the day, who you are makes you you. Man, if you don't know what it is, I just told you. Please make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe, because we got a job to do, and we don't have no choice. And each day we get stronger, because this life ain't no joke.